'Tis horrible misfortune, Sebby. Calamitous even. Poor Master Pupu has fallen gravely ill.
Nanny? Sad music. Oh, he's so bluish green. More so, I mean.
Could he have caught a cold? I suppose it was quite chilly up there in Garlemald.
Pupu is an alien. Who knows what extraterrestrial diseases might be ravaging his body?
Nashu's delights are the best medicine for whatever ails you, as the inspector himself can attest.
Good gods, Nashu! You blow our host's domicile to pieces! Put them away, you silly goose!
But, we...
Ahem. If I may, when I was cloned from the inspector, certain gaps in my knowledge were patched with supplementary data from the starship's archives. This information included an encyclopedic understanding of Master Pupu's physiology, which should be sufficient for me to diagnose his condition.
A xeno-man, a hybrid of mind. This explains the impossible calculations. Mamma mia.
I have it! Master Pupu is afflicted by a terrible case of the common cold.
Oh, gods, grant me a strength!
As a visitor to Etheris, Master Pupu has no prior exposure to our maladies. He is thus particularly susceptible to infection and more likely to experience severe symptoms.
Aha! 'Tis just as I surmised. We must put aside the case until we have nursed our stricken companion back to health.
But even if it is a common cold, isn't there a risk that our medicines do him more harm than good?
They almost certainly would. Based on the results of my analysis, however, I believe I can synthesize an effective remedy. We need but gather the ingredients.
Then ingredients you shall have. So, what are we gathering exactly?
Most of what we require can be drawn from Master Pupu's collected samples. Otherwise, there are only two which we lack. The first of these is the liver of a giant tortoise. A suitable organ can be extracted from one of the cachapa which wander salt winds welcome.
Ah, the slaughtering of a monstrous opponent. That sounds like a job for Sebby.
Yeah, damn straight it is. I'm working here.
The other material in question is a rare fungus known as a damshroom, which I am hoping can be found among the Great Works' extensive stock of alchemical reagents.
Very well. Nashu, Delion, and I will scour the alchemist's shelves. Meanwhile, I would ask that you remain here and keep an eye on our ailing patient.
Inspector Branderhild, you're such an expert on all things Thavnir.
Oh, I wouldn't say expert. Simple conclusions from simple observations, nothing more. As I said, I am hoping the alchemists have the damshroom we need, but really it is quite rare. Once you have the tortoise liver, would you be so kind as to assist the others in procuring the fungus?
Hey, you got it, Skippy.
Then let us not prolong Master Pupu's suffering a moment longer.
Ah, Italian noises of confusion. It seems we have a job to do. Further discussion of the abduction will have to await. Exit stage left.
Ah, Sebby, I had every confidence you would bring us a suitable liver. Alas, the dank shroom yet eludes us.
The alchemist said the fungus had a few applications, so they don't bother to stock it most of the time.
Then I must put my keen inspector's senses to work. Stand back while I attune myself with the essence of the dank.
Damp. The word is a damp mushroom, and you will forgive me if I have no faith in your abilities, mamma mia.
'Tis close, my friends, and getting closer and closer even as we speak. I hear you folks are in the market for damp shrooms. I might have some to sell, if you're interested.
But how?
We certainly are, my fine fellow. Right then, if you'll just give me a moment to retrieve the goods, we can finalize our transaction on the perfumed rise. Suspicious noises.
Was it genuine clairvoyance or sheer a coincidence? I am not sure anymore. Though in all fairness, when it comes to Inspector Hildibrand, preternatural perception is one of his least baffling talents. In any case, we should hurry to the rise and take this man up in his a spaghetti.
Well, you're here. Good. And here's the damp shroom, as promised. Ah, we are glad for your assistance. Nani? Not so fast. There's still the matter of payment. Of course, my good man. And how much do we owe you? Considering the extreme rarity of the fungus in question, I couldn't let it go for less than 1 million gil.
A million a gil for one measly mushroom. That is outright a robbery.
A bargain, I counter. Have you seen the marketplace in Crystal? Anyway, you would pay tenfold my price over there. I thought you would do, a kindness in light of your urgent need. But I'm more than willing to find another buyer if you wish to spit upon my generosity. Nashu, how fare we for coin?
Oh, we're plumb out, Inspector.
Ah, well then, this is a prickly picky-all. Where are we to obtain sufficient funds at such short notice?
Meow.
I mean, I've got 30 million gil and I don't play this game that much. Why not?
A million gil, was it? I'm working here.
Sebby, our savior in every sense of the word. Give that man nothing, for I'm Mr. Question Marks and I don't have a name. Oh, jeez! Stop right there, criminal scum! Your swindling days are over! Razahan City Guard at your service. We received reports of this man's questionable activities and have been keeping a close eye on him ever since. Damn shroom is rare to find in the bazaar, to be sure, but only because there's no real demand for it. The price this charlatan quoted you was, quite frankly, ludicrous. But thanks to your ignorance and poor judgment of character, we were able to catch him in the act. As a token of our gratitude, you are welcome to keep the fungus, assuming you still want it? Yes, very much so. That is very magnanimous of you. Oh, jeez. You think I enjoy tricking fools out of their coin? If that bastard hadn't declared my job redundant, I wouldn't have needed to stoop so low. Oh, jeez. He blames a rising star among the merchant princes for his woes. Vanhudi, I believe his name was. Purchasing the trading consortium where the man was working, which led to a restructuring of the hierarchy. Put a lot of people out of work. Vanhudi. I know that name. Something about an acquisitions deal gone sour? Father was willing to sell him a slice of his Hannish enterprise, I think, but balked when the man offered to buy our family business in its entirety. Truly, there's no telling how deep the coffers of this Vanhudi are, nor do any know the secret of how he amassed such kingly wealth so damnably fast. There are whispers, though, that he solved alchemy's oldest and most legendary problem, the transmutation of base metal into gold. Unlikely to say the least, but whatever the source of Vanhudi's riches, he shows no reluctance in spending them. He bought a historic temple to serve as his home, and commissioned a private airship, amongst other extravagant expenditures. Nice for some, eh, the bastards? Anyway.
Oh, jeez, that swindling case had barely started before you solved it, Inspector.
Aha, yes, it was me. Haha, all in a day's work, my dear Nashu. I believe our business upon this scented hill is concluded. Let us hurry the ingredients back to Inspector Brandyhild, shall we?
I may have mollified his lordship with the secrets of divine manifestation, but the stench of failure yet clings to me. I must redeem myself in his eyes by crushing my most hated foe. Wee-hee-hee!
Inspector Hildibrand tells me you have the liver to go along with the damn shrew.
Yes.
A fine specimen, thank you. I will be mixing the ingredients in the starship, so let us convey Master Pupu outside so that we may administer his medicine as soon as it's ready.
Oh, little baby. Sick-looking area.
This should be sufficiently remote. I'll have the craft come to us, and we can commence the treatment.
Italian noises.
Sonic noises.
Ah, I feel so much better. I cannot thank you enough.
Oh, jeez.
Happy sounds.
Italian noises.
Master Pupu recovered his strength in mere moments. 'Twould seem his powers of recuperation are just as advanced as his technology. I came here from another world, a stranger you have no cause to trust, and yet you have treated me so kindly. The people of this star are very welcoming.
Aha! You are our dear friend now, Master Pupu. 'Tis our pleasure to help. He's so cute.
And it will be my pleasure to harm!
Whee! Huh? No, jeez.
Kami-hami?
Aha!
Soyo! I will not fall for the same trick twice! Shield!
Uh-oh.
No!
He'll be fine.
No, yeah?
Oh, God. Aha! Time for my advanced mathematical thinking. Oh, God. Ladoy? Oh, shit. But wait a minute. Behold. Oh, fuck. Kupo? Well, this works too. Perhaps. Apparently. Maybe. Oh, God, but probably not. Oh, Ladoy.
Impudent worms! Taste my full power! Kaioken times 10!
Oh my God. She just sucks at it. Wait, she got better and better at this. That's true. Oh my God. It's time for Nashu to shine. Sonic Slam! Oh my God.
Oh shit! I am dead! Not again!
Bravissimo! Arrivederci! I did it! Sonic, we blew him up!
Oh, I'm in love with her. All in a day's work for a hedgehog. I've got a weird face. I'll take some of the credit.
You took the full force of that destructive beam, yet there you stand, somewhat singed, but apparently unharmed. I have pondered and puzzled over this inexplicable fortitude of yours, and I feel compelled to ask. Are you an alien?
Aha! A fine jest, but I assure you, I am without doubt an Uldan, born Manderville of terrestrial Hyrulean stock. Hyrulean? Well, that's close enough.
Yeah, he's Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. What more do you need to know?
Where even to begin, but never mind. We have more pressing matters.
Such as locating Master Pupu's missing comrade. 'Tis time we reopened the case of the silent correspondent.
Yes, exactly. And I have a firm theory as to who it is that took the wreckage and its erstwhile pilot. Sharlayans! Por favor. I am all but certain they have allied themselves with insidious extraterrestrials, which means they'll be under orders to remove any evidence of alien activity. I wager we'll find what we are looking for in the Order Sharlayan. We need only to infiltrate their operations and expose this nefarious conspiracy.
Trust me, they'd sooner flee the star than attempt to subjugate it, okay? I just did Endwalker.
While Master Delion's theory does lack supporting facts, we have no other promising leads to pursue at the present. Moreover, I understand that Sharlayan sets the standard for monitoring astronomical and astrological phenomena. Mayhap they're experts at tracking extraterrestrial movements. Ahem, I've spoken out of turn. Please forgive my presumptuousness.
Nay, my friend. I too sense our paths points to the Isle of the Archons. Pack your bags, everyone. We leave for Sharlayan immediately. Sharlayan awaits. We need only charter a suitable sea vessel.
Of course, but does not the city lie many days' sail to the north? Is there no swifter means of reaching our destination?
Kupo?
So, this experimental aetheryte will allow us to teleport thither even absent attunement? Splendid! Then we shall avail ourselves of the technological marvel forthwith. So this is the City of Learning. A sophisticated gentleman should feel right at home here.
How are you not all sick to your stomach?
Experimental aetherites make travel exponentially more fun.
Sometimes I feel as if I am the only normal person in this group of eccentrics. But this is not the time to succumb to a nausea. Not here, in the belly of the beast. Rumor has it the Sharlayan's secret agents travel to the star in search of specimens, which they collect and bring home in service of a confidential research project. Said the project is conducted in a huge underground military facility. If we are to find answers, then that is where we need to look.
Secret agents? You mean gleaners?
These gleaner chaps sound like they might know a thing or two. I say we pay them a visit in their little underground base. We simply take a lift from the Hall of Artifice, yes? Well then, let us be on our way.
Alright, boys. Do you wish to descend into Labyrinthos? Oh, my apologies. But each of your companions must also secure the proper permissions before we can let them into my swamp.
If it is assurances you need, then surely a single glance is all you require to judge us as trustworthy.
What is that?
I could certainly make some judgments, but that's neither here nor there. Admission to Labyrinthos is subject to foreign policy.
You're the one who should be judged. I know you are hiding aliens and xenotechnology in that underground base of yours. Admit it.
Xenotechnology? What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh-ho! Yet again do our paths cross in a most serendipitous fashion, for I am Mr. Question Marks, and I don't know, maybe I have a name, maybe I don't, just kidding. Oh, Father, what business brings you to Sharlayan? I'm here in search of a certain object, one crucial to the continued refinement of Manderville weaponry. My investigations lead me to believe it is to be found here in Labyrinthos. And as you may also seem to have business down below, cup of coffee. This is my son and his bosom companions. If I vouch for their character, would you kindly allow them to board the lift?
Ah, Master Godbrand Manderville, the forum sent word of your impending arrival. As a member of the Syndicate, your ambassadorial status affords you an entourage of up to 5 members. Pray, consider their permissions arranged.
I know not your current mission, but for the time being, I suggest you accompany me to the Archaeon, brother.
Stop right there, you fucking minge!
Oh, jeez.
From what Father tells me, this storage facility is replete with samples and specimens collected from every land on Etheirys. If anyone has information concerning visiting aliens and crashed starships, it will be these studious folk.
A shiny silver saucer. I'm sorry, but we have no record of such an object in our archives. Only cowbell.
Or so you would have us believe. But the purpose of this complex, this military fortress, is a plan. You cannot deny you are conducting secret research on alien starships.
Listen, we're not conducting secret research on alien starships. Yes, we did build a starfaring vessel in Thaumazian, but it was for neither military purposes, nor of extraterrestrial origin.
Disguising your fouler lies with a sprinkling of truth, are we? Fine. I will dig up the facts myself. Then everyone will hear what you are really up to, Mamma Mia.
The only thing that's up is this watch up my ass. And while I can't assist you with your missing craft, I do recall seeing an individual of like appearance to your companion here.
You do? And where was this, pray tell?
At Mariel Agronomics in the medial socket. The lift at the back of the building will take you there. I'm walking here.
Many thanks, my good man, and my Christopher Walken impersonator.
Well, it seems like you found yourself a solid lead, brother. I got my own search to attend to, so I bid you good hunting and good day. Cup of coffee in the big time.
Another round of in-depth inquiries by the Agent of Inquiry, and friends is in order. To Mariel Agronomics we go!
Bonjour, Monsieur Lalafell. Your description would lead me to believe you are looking for one of the mandragoras hereabouts. But if, as you say, it is something else you are after, I am not sure I can be of much help. I have only started working here, so you may have more luck asking the other hands.
And that I will.
Ah, you must be talking about one of those new mandragora strains over there. We whipped up a batch of bright blue stray onions, but I'm afraid they started to rot almost immediately. None, eh? Not a mandra, you say? Well, the only other bluish things that I can think of around here are the grapes, and look how luscious this crop turned out, I do declare.
Well, hey there, stranger. The little blue man? Saw him with my own 2 eyes, I did, and it was no mandragora. A gleaner in the company of an outside visitor passed through a while back. Nothing too unusual here, though. Only this, friend you described was scuttling along with them. I know not what purpose brought them to the farm, but whatever it was, they didn't tarry here long.
Wonderful! That corroborates with the information I got moments ago skillfully squirreled out of this farmer. She claims to be an acquaintance of the gleaner in question, and in fact will bring him to talk to us shortly. Let us round up the others. We should all be present to hear what revelations this professional collector has to share.
Oh, gosh. You're the folk asking about that blue little man, yes? Oh, gosh, and you've brought someone who's practically identical. You must be the same species, surely. Gosh.
My friend, they were really here then.
They certainly were. If you've got a moment or three, I'll tell you the whole tale. To begin at the beginning, I was in Favnir on a procurement mission when I crossed paths with the apothecary and his unusual companion. As I mentioned, the companion was almost your twin in appearance, and the wagon they rode upon it bore a damaged vessel, the likes of which I've never seen before. Gosh.
Could it be?
A collector by trade, as a collector by trade, I've got a certain weakness for oddities. Thus did I hail the apothecary to inquire after his company and his cargo. The man was only too happy to share his story. He had, it seemed, quite recklessly plunged into the war-torn lands of Garlemald to sell his wares, reasoning that where there was conflict, there would be a need for medicinal goods. The state of affairs was rather more volatile than he'd anticipated, however, and he was soon forced to abandon his venture. Gosh. And so the apothecary began his long trek home, only to shortly thereafter discover a strange silvery ship and its shaken pilot crash-landed in a snowfield. Crumbs.
This cannot be a coincidence.
The story continues. After extricating the battered vessel and its occupant from the snow, he brought them home to Rezadan. His guest wished to make repairs to the craft and, oh gosh, even amongst the wonders of the bazaar, they struggled to find suitable parts. Hearing this, I suggested they bring the wreckage home to Labyrinthos, and after they agreed to the idea, I escorted them here myself. Alas, even the Thasmarian Thormies, oh gosh, I can't even speak English, who worked on the Ark was stymied by the exotic ship, finding its technology impossible to comprehend, let alone replicate. The little blue fellow eventually resorted to drafting schematics. While the engineers followed these step by step to craft the essential bits and bobs, the apothecary and his companion were, waiting here at Merriall.
And then, what happened?
Well, once our industrious visitor had what they needed, they repaired the vessel in a twinkling. The pair had then departed almost immediately, and I've seen neither hide nor hair of them ever since. I'm told the apothecary paid a handsome sum for the engineer's services, but, being typical Sharlayans, I wagered that they would happily forfeit the coin for a chance to pore over every square ilm of that ship. Now, I'm no scientist, but I'm beginning to think such an incredible vessel must have been some kind of starfaring craft. Starcraft, to be precise. And that little blue man, well, he must have been an alien from another world. A Protoss. Or so I'd like to believe. I'm an avid reader of the Thavnarian truth, you see. I'd love to entertain these idle flights of fancy. But I've rambled too long. There are errands to attend to, and I must really take my leave. Good fortune to you. Oh, I've got a dinner party for two, and I'm completely out of aubergines. Oh, gosh.
Can it be true? I have read the ship in Sharlayan. Perhaps I have misjudged these people, like a plate of linguine.
Twould seem your comrade is hale and hearty, Master Pupu, and in the company of a Hannish alchemist of undisclosed description.
Yes, this is wonderful news. I am grateful indeed that we have made the journey.
I have a feeling this case will soon draw to a close. Come, let us return to Rezadan and continue the search. To summarize our findings, we now know Master Pupu's friend is safe and in the company of a Hannish gentleman, and possibly here on this very isle.
Ooh, that does sound promising. I don't have a name, I'm a bunch of question marks.
Just kidding, it's me, brother.
Father, you've returned to the city. I trust this means your own investigation was successful.
That it was. Although laying hands on the object of my desire has been a long and frustrating ordeal, to say the least. Much painstaking research revealed to me the existence of a hereditary Manderville relic, within which slumbers the secret weapons augmentation. Yet though I turned our ancestral home upside down, I failed to unearth the artifact in question. The reason for its absence became clear when I chanced upon the journal of our forefathers. He wrote of a visiting scholar's keen interest in the relic, and how he thus surrendered it to the Sharlayan's safekeeping for study. The trail led me into Labyrinthos, and as it turns out, the Sharlayans never did find time to conduct their analysis. The custodian and I found the curio tucked away in a dusty corner of the Archaeon, still awaiting processing. And here it is, an oddity every bit as perplexing as Godbrand's cipher-found manual. How are we to liberate its hidden wisdom of the Illuminati? I can help you with this. These devices were made by the Mandervillians, a starfaring race with whom we once traded.
Starfaring?
Mandervillians, brother? Yes, a highly evolved species with a mastery of advanced technology. Our people shared ideas and inventions, so I am quite familiar with your family's relic. If so you wish, I can have the device project whatever images were stored upon it. A darkened room would afford us the clearest view, however.
Then let us retire to our rooms in Kama and dim the lanterns. We must behold these secrets in optimal conditions. This does explain why he is indestructible.
Mandervillians. A coincidental naming, or is there some deeper connection? Everyone comfortable? Let's see what the device has for us. Squeak. Ha! I am Godbrand, Wanderer of Stars, Weaponsmith Extraordinaire! First Lord of House Manderville.
Is this the Godbrand, our founding father?
I record this message that my descendants may know the truth of their cosmic origins. The tale is long, but I bid you watch until the very end.
Oh my god.
Heirs of mine, I am not a man born of this star, or even a man, or even French. I only put on this outrageous accent to fit in. I am of the Mandervillians, a race which hails from the far side of the great expanse. Nani? Mandervillians are parasitic symbionts. We can only survive by bonding with other life forms, like venom and carnage. Once our essence has taken root, we supplant the host mind and strengthen its physical structures, imbuing our new life form with a steel-like resilience.
Mamma mia! I knew there was something alien about that impossible imperviousness.
Then, through the conjoining of compatible host bodies, we produce offspring which harbor the next generation of Mandervillians. This symbiotic variant eventually takes to the stars in search of potential new vessels, adapting and multiplying. So it was that our race proliferated and spread throughout the cosmos. Until, tragically, our flourishing civilization was brought to an abrupt end.
Every planet upon which we Mandervillians resided was visited by an inexplicable calamity. Our societies were brought to ruin, by life forms suddenly twisted into horrific nightmares.
That sounds rather familiar. So even stars far removed from time and space were ravaged by the final days.
Desperate to avoid this same fate, a comrade and I boarded a ship and fled upwards into this starry night. We flew and flew until we found a planet, your planet, untouched by the phenomenon, but the rigors of the journey had so damaged our craft we were forced to make an uncontrolled descent. I, alone, crawled from the wreckage, badly injured and near death. But even as I resigned myself to perishing on this unfamiliar world, I was found by a man who had come looking for a falling star. As a rule, Mandervillians do not take intelligent life forms for hosts. After hearing my story, however, this sympathetic gentleman offered to become my vessel of his own accord. He himself was afflicted by an incurable malady, and with little time left to live, he seemed content to know that his ailing body could provide safe haven for another hour. With his blessing, I set about transferring my essence. The man's form was revitalized and purged of its fatal frailty, yet the mind which dwelled within was now my own. I went to build a new home for myself here, making use of my people's technology to ply the blacksmith's trade. I wed a local lass, and together we had a child. Although not pure Mandervillian, like Gohan, our offspring exhibits the same enhanced physiology. A boon, I suspect, shall be passed down for generations through the bloodline of House Manderville. My dear descendants, the folk of this star are most fragile. Yet, as the first man I encountered did demonstrate, they are nevertheless capable of surpassing love and generosity. As the last of the Mandervillians, I have but one request to make of you. Pray, employ your superlative attributes and my armory of Manderville armaments for the benefit of these wonderful peoples of whom I hold in the highest regard. Back in my home world, this is an intimidating dance.
What an astounding development.
Ladoy. I, Hildibrand, Helidor Maximilian Manderville, shall heed the passionate plea of my illustrious forebear. No case is too big nor small should it be in the service to my fellow man. Run away.
He learns he is descended from an extraterrestrial being and is still a business as usual.
But wait a minute, then why is Lady Julienne so monstrously strong? Is she a descendant of aliens too? Legitimate question.
Well, this is most unexpected. Never did it cross my mind that our esteemed ancestor might hail from beyond the heavens. But I do wonder if that self-same blood still runs thick in our veins. The family tree I glanced at over some years ago suggests that, well, it's unimportant, brother. My present purpose remains unchanged. I will bring our Manderville weaponry to the peak of perfection, for Godbrand, and for the good of our star. And before I forget, I have a gift for you, Sebby. Pray, await me at the Aetheryte Plaza, and I'll bring it to you forthwith.
Quay?
Some truths can shatter the foundations of our beliefs when brought to light, but I have to say, this wasn't one of them. The most staggering discovery was that I have devoted readers in a Sharlayan. Those who peruse my publications are allies against the ever-expanding webs of lies and deception, without exception. I have misjudged the Sharlayan people. They are not collaborators or the architects of a conspiracy. They are but seekers of knowledge, unafraid to plumb the depths of the unknown. That Master Pupu, though, that one still has ulterior motives. I'll bet my life on it. Stand ready, for we shall have to need of your strength when he shows his true colors, like a plate of a fettuccine.
I hope you haven't been waiting too long, brother. This is the gift I mentioned. Master Pupu's earnest quest inspired me to indulge in a spot of clockwork craftsmanship between weaponsmithing sessions. I thought it only fitting to you to be the one to care for this diminutive simulacrum. Consider it a memento of your adventures together. Pupu! As for our Mandervillian weaponry project, your assistance is still very much welcome, whensoever you can spare the time for the cup of coffee. Until then, my dear Sebby, get out of here. WrestleMania.
Meanwhile, elsewhere in Thavnair.
Uh-oh.
Lord Vanhudi, I come with ill tidings. Professor Lugae set an ambush for his nemesis, but once more was defeated. His current whereabouts? They're bloody unclear.
Walao! That blithering Dotla!
They're cloning someone.
But who?
I thought it was going to be Clive from FF16.
But no matter already. Preparations are underway lah. The manifestation will proceed as planned. Hey boy. Oh, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Okay, alright, alright, alright. Oh my god. Okay. This will be interesting.
Extraterrestrial calamity. cosmically altered physiology. A gentleman's man, the first of their clan, an ancestor of quality, our Godbrand Manderville. Truth can be stranger than the tallest tale. See you soon, Inspector. The end of that chapter.